You hear me good?
Yep. This week's guest is from Miami, Florida. Went to Marshall University where he threw for over 14,000 yards and 131 touchdowns. He was Conference USA MVP in 2012, two-time Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year. Was the Boca Raton Bowl MVP and the Military Bowl MVP. Then came up north as one of my teammates of the Montreal Alouettes. Welcome to the show, Rakeem Cato. What up?
What's going on, big fella? What's going on, Nick?
Man, I'm chilling. You down in Miami?
Yes, sir. Just cooling, man. Just taking it one day at a time. Just working out. That's all.
That's good. You still working, huh? How old are you now?
Sir. 28. Just turned 28. March 28. Just turned 28.
Dude, you could really come back and do some things.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm playing arena ball right now down here for the Orlando Predators. I just signed with them, so hopefully we kick off. Hopefully we kick off soon. Everything die down, so I'm still trying to see what's going on.
Playing arena ball. Your arm pretty strong, man. You're super accurate and everything. So I look forward to seeing you on the field. I'd watch you play.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's what I'm doing right now. Just working out every day for T.Y. out here, one of my good friends of mine. We just working out every day and just keeping in shape, doing a lot of cardio, doing a lot of running on the treadmill, and that's about it, man.
You stay skinny, Cato. You look like you always in shape.
Yeah, I gotta be in shape, man. A whole lot of running. A whole lot of basketball on my free time. Football around with Shula. Shula doing a great workout right now with the kids at Miami Central. So that's what we're doing down here. That's about it, man. Just coaching the young kids up, 14U, the Helping Hand Bulls, doing the off season. So I've been trying to touch back to the community and just give my knowledge back as quick as possible, as much as possible as I can.
Yeah, when you look at this, and we're going to talk about your story today a little bit, and you talk about giving back. How's it been with COVID down in Miami right now? Because we know a lot of Miami as a lot could be like Louisiana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's there's a lot of poverty in Miami and things like that. So when you look at this, how is everybody doing down in Miami through this whole COVID crisis?
I mean, everybody maintaining. I mean, because, Miami, it's 24 hours. It's nonstop. Clubs, the liquor stores, the bars. I mean, everything nonstop down here. So, but everybody handling it accordingly, having a lot of house parties, getting together and things like that. I mean, not trying to overdo things, but, it's kind of hard for people to kind of really stop what they've been doing because it's a 24-hour city. Everything nonstop down here. So, you can really take a nap at 10 o'clock at night, wake up 3, 4 in the morning, really go out, have fun, and, enjoy yourself. So, it's kind of one of those cities down here. But, all in all, I think it's good. It's pretty good. Everybody handling themselves. The murder rate went down. Crazy. Went down
That's
crazy.
good.
So, everybody's doing good right now. So, everybody's just trying to get back to business.
I seen you dancing was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, Sunday.
You just had one move, man. Where's the second move? What's your second move?
That's all. Just one move.
You got that one slide jig going on.
That's all I've been doing, man. Just trying to have fun with the family and friends. Just trying to enjoy myself, man, the best way I could, man. Always trying to bring good energy and good vibes. Like you always in the GVO. Good vibes on, man. That's all.
That's it. Well, let's start back when you started playing football, man, or started playing sports in Miami. When did you start playing? What age were you? And how was it?
I was 6 years old. That was one of my best years, and as far as coaching and getting taught the proper way, that was one of my worst years. They put it on us. As a quarterback, growing up, quarterbacks, we can't really get hit, but at the same time, quarterbacks finna get hit at Optimus. So I'm in hamburger drills, get hit by the best linebackers and defensive players. So it kind of made me tough. And I played quarterback my first year, so I started 6 years old. I ain't played no other position but quarterback. So from there, I knew I could play the game real well. And I played from 6 years old all the way to 12 years old. So that's 65 pounds to 135 pounds. And from 9th grade, went to high school. Went with one of my close friends, T.Y., Tommy Shula, Willis Wright. All of us went to Miami Springs.
Oh, you went to high school with T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah, he was a senior and I was a freshman. So, but he was all us played for the same part. So I mean, we played for the same part. His dad coached me damn near all my life. So I mean, the connection was always there. So I mean, then I had a great opportunity to go Miami Springs, a smaller division, not with the powerhouse schools that's down here, the Miami Northwestern, Miami Central, Miami Booker T. So I had a chance to go as a freshman and play right away, and why not? And Corey Harris, Jeff Godfrey, those guys was at Miami Northwestern already. So I mean, I just try to make my name somewhere else, and hopefully get it, and hopefully get the job done.
How much did Uncle Luke Campbell play a role in your life?
I mean, Coach Luke played a big role. I mean, especially when I transferred. I did 3 years at Miami Springs. Then after my junior season at Miami Springs, I transferred to Miami Central. And right then and there, but Coach Luke saw me on the park. I mean, he was the coach at Liberty City. We was rival. We was always going against each other. I always played against his pound. So, and he was the defensive coordinator. So, I mean, if you think of Coach Luke, you thinking 2 Live Crew, the music, and you know, you ain't really thinking he masterminded like as up to date with football and really love football. I mean, you know him as the UM days and being down there at UM and being a great alumni for them. So, I mean, but as far as football nature, I mean, he's one of the smartest coaches I've ever been around. He gonna sit in this room, sit in this house, 12 hours, 13 hours on the computer, just looking at the Ravens defense, looking at the Raiders. I mean, all type of defense, all type of schemes. So, I mean, he played a big role. I mean, even when I transferred to Miami Central, I had a great quarterback coach named Coach Perk. And during my process there, for whatever reason, I don't know what went wrong. He ended up leaving. He ended up leaving the school, and he ended up leaving, going to our rival, Miami Northwestern. So, I mean, and from that point on, I ain't have a quarterback coach. I had offensive coaches, but I mean, they was offensive coordinators, running back coaches, and they ain't really not to play their part on that quarterback level. And Coach Luke took me along. Coach Luke pulled me along. I mean, had me watching Georgia film, had me watching all type of college film during the process, and really helped me out. Really helped me how to work out. So I mean, Coach Luke played a big part in that.
Yeah, that's good, man. Who wins if they both the head coach and they can take the best players right now in high school in Florida, or let's say best players in Miami. Well, let's just go Florida. Best players in Florida, and Uncle Luke is the head coach of the Florida team, and you take the best players in Cali, and Snoop is the head coach of the Cali team. Who wins and why?
I mean, we gonna win. Just long as it be civilized. It done happened already. I mean, on the first play, Coach Luke 150 scene, Snoop Dogg had his 150 scene. I mean, they had big time players from Cali. We had big time players down here, but it ain't last not 1 minute. A kick return. We took a kick return to the crib, jumped out 6-zip. After that, the game was over with. Started fighting and everything. So, I mean, right now, I think it's way more structure going on right now. The kids having fun with it. It's a whole lot of traveling going on, a whole lot of 7-on-7 playing going on. I mean, as far as right now, this generation, I mean, they getting the best of it. They getting the best. So, and it's fun. But Snoop been losing, man. I've been watching a little film on Netflix and everything.
Snoop came to Texas, got waxed.
Yeah,
y'all come to Texas get waxed too.
Yeah, it's some good talent though. There's some good talent everywhere though, man.
There's great talent everywhere. You know, I always said if like Florida, there's a couple states, if they had programs like they have in Texas, like you got good players, but you don't got programs. Like when your strength coach,
bingo.
You know what I'm saying? You got strength coaches that's paid just to be a strength coach.
Man,
you got speed coaches just to be a speed coach.
Bro, our coaches is CSI teachers, PE teachers, math teachers. These are our coaches. They really not they're not in the schoolhouses. They got their own personal jobs. So they ain't really focused in on football until 2:30 or 3:30, from 3:30 to 7. Then you know what I'm saying? But out of state, that's all they worrying about. They coaches in the lab all day drawing up on, you see what I'm saying? Scheming and doing everything they got to do. So I mean, it's good though. But I think down here, as far as the generation, especially for us, like myself, it's a lot of us that's down here, like far as me, the Thomas Schulers of the world, Charles Gaines, the real Eskers of the world, and we just out here just just paving our way and just giving back as much knowledge as we can down here.
Just grinding
so
it.
And then, like, you still got the Teddy Bridgewaters of the world, the T.Y. Hiltons, the Quentin Dunbars, these guys, the DeAndre Bakers. That you still got so many players that's the ABs of the world that's down here that's going to work out on a football field that we, growing up, I never seen that. I mean, we had guys in the league, but I don't know what they call. I mean, we'll see them, but we won't see them as often. I mean, the kids, they seeing us. They seeing the Teddy Bridgewater. They seeing the ABs on the field. These guys really working out with these guys every day. And you feel me? So at the same time, you got to respect that from a man standpoint, from a knowledge standpoint. For a kid to see that actually and get to work out with these guys, that's amazing. You can't do nothing but respect that.
How's Devontae Freeman doing?
Devontae doing good, man. He's trying to get his body back on right, trying to get healthy, and just trying to stay in shape. I mean, you know, NFL, that's a crazy world, man. You can't do nothing, but you got to.
Sports is crazy.
Period. So as an athlete and as a student of the game, I mean, whatever comes with it, you just gotta pray and just stay healthy. Though that's the main thing about sports. Period. Though. If you can stay healthy and just play running back, man, he's been banging since Auckland. He's been banging Kalatin since Auckland. That's all he do, just run hard. You know, and he played quarterback growing up. A lot of people don't know that. So he's a big time student of the game. So, but it's just his body though. He just couldn't stay healthy. But I feel like he have a great bounce back season. He's hungry. He's always been self motivated. So I mean, ain't enough for him to get back on track and just really just take control.
Where's he playing this year?
I mean, he ain't signed yet.
He ain't signed yet?
No, he ain't signed yet.
Okay. Maybe be back in Miami.
Yeah, good fit.
It'd be a good fit, you know.
Anywhere in Florida right now, you can use him right now. All the teams in Florida.
Tampa. He go to Tampa with Tom.
Yeah, Tampa, Jayville, Miami, all these teams right now, man. You can't never stop having a good runner, fresh runner, you know, a young guy like that that's in his prime that understand the game of football.
Yeah.
That got to the Super Bowl, wasn't shying away in the Super Bowl, played.
He should have got the ball more in the Super Bowl. They'd have won.
Bingo. Yep.
When did you develop your confidence and your swagger? Like when did Cato become Cato? When did the Rakeem? People know you as Cato. Like you don't even have to say Rakeem. Just when did people start knowing you as Cato? Because I know with the numbers you put up in high school, let's say you threw for over 9,000 yards at Miami Central or in high school and over 103 touchdowns.
Yep.
But when did the swagger develop? And when did Cato become Cato?
I mean, I got two big brothers that's really that really groomed me the right way. Like one of my big brothers named Cato. His name is Cato. So they call him, I mean, he the one got me into football. Then I got another brother that's under him, his name Jarvis. He ride the dirt bikes. And how I see him move and just the way he carry himself, his swagger on the bikes, doing all type of tricks. It is. So it's like, and the confidence, not scared of speed, not scared of being traffic, not being scared to get chased by the police, the helicopters on him. It just his confidence, knowing he gonna get back to the house safe, get back to his kids safe, get back to the family safe. So just watching those guys and just watching them how they move and just, you know, just carry themselves. And then on the football field for me, I mean, it became I can't say necessarily easy because my life was hard. So that became easy. Growing up, lost my mom, never really had contact with my dad, lost my grandma, then lost my grandpa. So like, then football, that become, you know, as a man, that become easy. Playing, having fun, catching the ball with your friends, learning new plays, trying to win a ball game. It come to a close game, and you trying to gather up energy to win, to overcome this adversity. So I mean, once I touched the football field, everything, I mean, that became easy. And just the Miami swagger, period, alone, just the confidence when you're working out with other guys, you just seeing all type of creative stuff what people doing just with themselves, just how they carry themselves. So I mean, you ain't gonna do nothing but just take heed of that as a football player and just knowing that I play the position, I play quarterback. Just growing up knowing that as my size, if you see me anywhere, I always say that if you see me, if you ain't know my name, you ain't know me from a cannon plant, you won't think I play quarterback just by my stature, just by my height, my size, and everything. And that alone that always stuck with me. So, as far as like people just calling me Lil, things like that. Then now when I get behind that 6'5" or that 6'6" center, or them 6'7" guys and these big guys, and just but handling myself the same way as I you see what I'm saying, as I'm is one of them. Yeah. So I always just try to carry myself in that way and just like, man, nothing can stop me, man. So that's my mindset.
Did it motivate you to always be counted out? Did you step into a situation like people wasn't gonna believe in you until you showed them?
Most definitely. I mean, just being down here, period, in Miami, you got so many great quarterbacks. I mean, that's down here. So many great competitive guys in both sports. I mean, guys that can play like, you take a Teddy Bridgewater, for example, man. Teddy Bridgewater, the same age, same year, same everything. Teddy Bridgewater can really play both sports. Teddy Bridgewater can really play baseball at an elite high level. You see what I'm saying? So you find yourself around these guys that can do multiple things, and it's like, I mean, I can play basketball, but not to that extent a level. I mean, I can play baseball, but not to that extent a level. Then this guy can play football and receiver. This guy can do all type of stuff. I don't work that with Teddy, catching one-hand balls and behind his back and doing all type of crazy stuff. So you find yourself like, hold on, how can I elevate my game? What can I do to better my game? And I find myself just trying, all right, I got to be a student of the game. I got to learn the game inside out. I got to be the smartest one on the field. That's my mindset. I got to be the smartest one. I carry an iPad, and I had every practice, every film, every opponent, everybody I was playing against. I had in my iPad. I'll watch it. If I ain't at the stadium, I'm in class, I'm sticking my iPad. I'm watching film. So that's my whole mentality. I ain't the biggest. I ain't the strongest. I don't run a 4'4". I don't run a 4'5". I don't got the biggest arm. But I know I can outsmart my opponents. 11 people on the field not going to be smarter than Cato. I pride myself in that. It got to be at least 3 people that can probably be smarter than me, or 2. It ain't going to be 5 or 6 people that can really outbeat me or outthink me during the game. But then again, as a quarterback, you got 10 other players you're playing with. Probably got 16, 17 players you're really playing with that going to really sub in and out that you're really playing with. Yeah. So, and to understand that and get all those guys on the same page with you, I mean, you got to be in and out. You got to know your game. You can't, when they ask me questions, you got to be back to them. They got to be on beat. They got to look in your eyes that, yeah, all right, he's for real. We can count on this guy. When I'm coming out the tunnel on game day, I ain't in the back. You finna see 12 in the front. Yeah. I pride myself on that. No matter what, I pride myself on that. It just not just trying to be the first one. Not it just
Be the lead dog.
I got to. I pride myself on that. So it's small things like that I always try to pride myself on.
I always notice also on your wristbands, the pages will be full.
Oh yeah.
You take so many notes on your wristband.
Yeah.
When did you start doing that?
And I just far as me just learning the game, just taking heed of just being around other great players. So I tell people right now to this day, the smartest football player I ever been around was Nick Lewis. And I only been around Nick Lewis 3 seasons. The smartest by far. I tell you, I be saying, doing my cadence and sending Nick an emotion, he already calling what's going to be the things that's going to transaction already. And as a quarterback, you won't see that. You never see that from a wide out. I mean, you have a smart wide out like Tommy Schuler here. I mean, great smart wide out.
I like Tommy.
But to really know, like, all right, man, this gonna be right there. This gonna move. Watch him. You knowing this already so far, and really getting in deep on every position. So far, the smartest, and yeah, it's by none. It's by none. You top one, easy.
Appreciate it,
easy
brother.
On my list. Easy.
You know, for me, it was always. I'm like you, man. I was never the most athletic guy. I was pretty athletic, but I couldn't step on the field and just say I was gonna beat you athletically. Right. I could do some things athletically. I could jump, but one of the biggest things for me was, man, if I learn this game, I could play as long as I want to play.
Facts.
Right. Facts. I feel like even now the game's easier. I could come back at 40.
No, you can't.
I just don't want to get hit. Cato. I promise I come back and get a 100-yard game. I don't
Easy.
know. I don't know if I'm. Hey, look.
Coming to the wrong
I'm
one.
gonna need 12 catches. I'm gonna need 12 catches.
You got a good crap back in you. I know you got a good crap back in you. I know you got one of those in.
Hey, I got one of those. But if I do that, my body might break down. I might shatter hitting somebody. Hey, tell the Predators I won't. No, I'm just playing. I damn sure can't hit. I damn sure can't hit that wall.
No, boy, that wall hard. That wall don't move.
No, I really have no desire to ever play again. But you know, I'd love to see you play again, man. That's pretty awesome. How'd you get from Miami Central to Marshall, and what was the process like? Was there other teams involved, or how'd you end up at Marshall?
Bill Led. I give all my thanks to Bill Led, man. Great offensive coordinator I had, great quarterback coach I had, offensive coordinator / O-line coach. Played for West Virginia. I mean, he did everything. And Bill Led, he was at FIU at the process at the time. My freshman year at Miami Springs, I got my first offer after the first game. Throwing to T.Y. T.Y. had 4 touchdowns. I was just throwing hitches and bombs to T.Y. T.Y. did his thing and went to school the next day. Saw my name in the papers. FIU called me because Bill Led got on the phone, son, you want to offer you a full scholarship to play quarterback. But during my process, he went to everywhere he moved, he'd stay in contact with me. He went to Purdue. I think my sophomore and junior year, he stayed in process. He stayed in contact with me, everything. Called me, checked on me. I mean, did everything, legal-wise he could. As far as legal-wise he could.
Yeah.
So, and went to Marshall. Once he went to Marshall, got the offer. Everywhere he went, he kind of kept in contact with me. So he went to Marshall. So, and then my junior year going to my senior year, I committed to FIU. Before my senior season, I committed to FIU. I always had it in my mind, right? I'm gonna go to FIU. I'm gonna play with T.Y. You're gonna do it again for that one season. So, but Bill Legg and Coach Holiday, they came with the offer. They came down, they flew down, met my family and everything. And
He's at Marshall then?
Yeah, it just did something to me, and he always just kept with me as a father figure. So I kind of grew attached to that, and we kind of had a bond ever since to this day. Was Bill Led, and one of the great offensive coordinators I ever had. Talking about green light, I never had the green light. I had the green light to do anything and everything I wanted, as far as on the field, checking out plays. I'm talking about in the crucial time, it could be 17, 20, we down, 2-minute drill. And if he calls something, I see something at the last minute, I have that okay to do what I want to do. And he gonna live with that. He gonna feel comfortable with that. So, and as a player and as a coach, you gotta take your head off. Gotta take your head off.
Yeah.
So, and he was always upfront, honest guy. Let me compete it out as a freshman. Told me when I was coming in, they told me there were 3 quarterbacks on the roster, but nobody was starters. The starter they had before me, he was a senior, and the other guy was just, on the roster. So, that's all I needed to know. As long as I get a first shot at competing, I'm good. Yeah. But went to Marshall. We played West Virginia my first game of the season, my college career. I ain't find out, me and A.J. Graham from Tallahassee, won Mr. Florida down here and everything. A great guy, great dude, great quarterback. We was competing it out. I ain't find out I was starting till Sunday morning. We had the last game on week 1. We played on a Sunday evening in West Virginia. I ain't find out till that morning that I was starting. So I had a good camp though. He had a real good camp too. So but Bill Led always stuck by my side though.
You say like a father figure. When did you meet your father?
My senior year in high school.
How was that?
It was shocking. You in school, you in class, and over the announcement, over the speaker in the classroom, Rakeem Cato, report to the main office, please. I come down to the office, think my sister or somebody there, coach want me to, I'm about to talk to a scout or something. I just see this man in the front, like, I'm looking. I walk past him, I go in the office, and so my sister, like I said, my sister's daughter, grandma worked at the school too. So she kind of told me like, Cato, the daddy out there. Like, that's the daddy out there. You want I'm like, hold on, man. First of all, how y'all even allowing this? This what's going through my head.
Yeah.
How y'all allowing this to go? Like, how y'all allowing this? So, I mean, I talked to him. I mean, we had a good conversation after school. Chopped it up. Went over there to his house. I mean, kind of had a good time. I mean, but still to this day, man, we kind of talk. I mean, I don't got no bad blood for him. Still talk to this day. I go over there and check on him, see how he doing and everything. He came to a couple of Marshall games. Everything cool in there. Everything cool.
That's good. That's always good to hear, man, because we know as we grow up and become parents of ourselves, like you have two little girls,
Yep.
you understand how much harder it is than
Yep.
what you think in life and as you rationalize it as a kid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're able to move past that into that role and be that.
I had to because, I mean, you see it everywhere. Like, you see it everywhere. I mean, people, I mean, you got so many influences in there that negative influence that, I mean, just because, I mean, he wasn't here at the time, everybody deserves that second chance. That just period. Everybody deserves that second chance. And,
yep.
I mean, for whatever reason he made his choice, I mean, I can't hold him to that here, man. I'm a man. I mean, I move past it. I ain't in life threatening. I wake up every morning blessed, still get to see my kids, talk to my kids, and just have fun with life. So I ain't in no life threatening situation where I can be a monster towards you for life and just hold you like, nah, I ain't talking to you. Don't call me. We finna fight every time I see nah. So ain't that.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's really good. Well, back at Marshall, you're starting to have success on the field. Your second year there, you get the MVP of Conference USA. How was that feeling, just to achieve that?
The second year, I think that's my senior year.
It was 2012. What year is 2012? That was your senior year?
No, 2012. Yeah, that's my junior year. 2012, my junior year. Matter of fact, it was my sophomore year.
Yeah.
That's my sophomore year. My sophomore year, I mean, my freshman year, as a player, you're going to set goals for yourself before every season. And as far as a freshman, I feel like I graded myself a C-. I mean, I ain't really do what I had to do as far as a freshman because I won the starting job and then I lost the starting job.
Yeah.
I started out 2-on-1 and then I lost the starting job. And then A.J. Graham got hurt. And then we had 4 more games to make the bowl game. I went 3-1 in that process. We won the bowl game. And then coming into the spring, all the quarterbacks, I don't know what happened. All the quarterbacks just went down. We had 3 quarterbacks, including myself, on the roster, and all of them went down. So they had to go get real live surgery on their arms. So it's just me and my quarterback coach, which was at the time was Tony Peterson. So now during the springtime, it's just really me. So I can get the 1s rep, the 2s, the 3s. Anytime I want to break, I just let coach, you want to throw this real quick? And so that's how we was doing it. And by me getting all those reps, seeing was, all right, what our defense running, cover 4, cover 6, cover 2, cover 4, cover 6, cover 2. So I'm seeing the 1s, the 2s, the 3s. Then I'm watching on film like, hold on, this can't be what everybody else running in the Conference USA. And then me and Shula, we didn't really have that connect. Because Shula played his freshman year, but Shula ain't really play like that. Shula was the backup slot, so he didn't really make noise as he should. So we coming into Conference USA. They know me and Shula from Miami Central, but they don't really know our connection in history like that from Optimus, and that's been my receiver since every level I played on every year. That's been my receiver. So our freshman year, they kind of took us like as they should. So as a defensive coordinator, you're not from the game plan for me. I got Aaron Dobson on one side. That's a top 10. That's a top 10 receiver. That's a top pick. I got Atavius Wilson on the other side. He like a 4th round late undrafted guy. And then I got Tommy Shula emerging to himself now with Gator Hoskins. So as a D coordinator, you're not from the game plan for me. You're gonna play your base. So if we beat your base, you don't have no choice but to walk to the middle of the field. Good game, son. You beat us. Because ain't nothing on me. Ain't nothing on me. As a freshman, I ain't really wild nobody. So you're not in a game plan for something that's already been working.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the conference, the Conference USA teams. So we playing, and they just come out they coming out with cover 4, cover 6, and we just killing them. I threw for 4,200 my sophomore year, but the only thing I ain't like about that was we was first in the offense, but last on defense.
Yeah.
And literally, and we missed one game away from scoring too quick, man. And we missed one game from making a bowl game that year. And every student athlete in football, especially NCAA, you want that bowl time exposure, because during the Christmas time, you need that bowl game exposure. You want that ESPN game.
Especially at the smaller schools.
Especially at smaller schools, you need that. So I felt like that hurt me. Then I threw with 4,200 that year, and I mean, you had linebackers, Stick and Schuler, but they ain't really know nothing about them. So now my junior and senior year, they kind of figuring it out. They put kind of trying to bracket Schuler. They're trying to put Nichols in. They're trying to send the NCAA blitz. Now they trying to work on me. They scheming on me now. Now they working on me, but I'm still staying true to myself, getting myself right, watching film, not getting too big headed, not letting everything, still doing my normal routine.
Yeah.
Just staying smart. So that's how I was like were able to just be me and just keep growing, because it's easy not to watch film. I mean, and a week of not watching film, a week of not watching your opponent and just thinking you just gonna beat those guys, and just it ain't gonna work like that.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Chad Pennington.
I mean, Chad Pennington. I mean, he was a student of the game. I mean, I had Chad Pennington, Byron Leftwich, Randy Moss. I had access to these guys, and during my week of game prep, I mean, I know these guys played against these schools, and I just asked, what you think about this team, or how your game plan for this team. I mean, and Chad is sending it so neat and so perfect, and like, I mean, to the T, that you have no choice but to understand it and see what he's talking about for the cover 4, the cover 3s, the cover 2. Watch this, guys. Make sure your eyes seal, because when your eyes seal, you got the strong safety and that backside linebacker. All those guys in your eyes, it's flowing. So you got to know that ball got to come out right now. So you can't wait no time. And that one split second is over with. And then Byron Leftwich, he'll get on the phone, and he'll be like, he'll just break it down to me in that term that I need, just with overhyping, just with that Baltimore swag. So then Randy, then I'll call Randy. You know, Randy think he's a quarterback. You can't Randy think he's a quarterback. So Randy just talking.
Hey, Cato.
There you go. There you go. He want to talk about Miami, because he was down here in Florida State. So I mean, every time me and Randy talk, I mean, we have a good conversation and everything. I mean, those some real good guys, man, that I had great talks with, and I'm forever humble that I get to talk to those guys and just communicate with those guys.
Yeah, but you know what? You've been the guy that's been so electrifying on the field, but it goes to show that you take so much input from so many people around you.
Yeah.
Right? You're humble enough to just go to the people around you and take input from each and every person. Like, even after you've had success, to still call Chad or call Byron or call Randy to be like, how can I do this better?
You got to be a sponge. That's what I pride myself on. And it's like that old saying where you in a class, you going to school, you know the answer, you really don't know the answer, but you're scared to raise your hand, you know, in the classroom.
Yeah.
You feel me? And be that guy to raise your hand. So, I mean, I was, especially in my class, football, I could never, to be smart, to learn to get another edge on somebody else. Oh, yeah, I gotta ask. I gotta be a student of the game. And it's just like, we was debating on, we were watching the last chance. And well, what they say when Kobe got Jordan's phone number, and he didn't realize that Kobe was going to be on his tail every day, keep calling him, keep questioning him, how you do this, how you do that, and he's like that little bug. So that's what I try to be, man. I try to be a sponge the best way I could.
Coming out of Marshall, what do you think? What was I see that the guy who rates everybody, I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, But he rated you as the 8th best quarterback coming out that year out of 30 quarterbacks, I believe it was, going into the NFL draft. What were you hearing? What were you thinking? And how did that whole process play out?
I mean, for my agent, I mean, I was saying good things, but then when I really took a drawback and really thought about the process, because I was working out in Boca Raton with Tony Bellani. When I didn't get invited to the combine,
yeah,
I knew something was up. As far as myself, was just thinking like, I'm thinking to myself, not expressing my feelings, thinking to myself like, what do you got to do to even make the combine? Like, so, I mean, I went to the NFL PA game. I met with like 3 or 4 teams. I thought I played good in the NFL PA game. I mean, I was getting good feedback. Went to the Dolphins camp. I did a pretty good job there. I mean, everything I thought I did as far as in college and how I played myself out, I mean, I think I did everything I could. I mean, I don't hold no regrets. I don't feel like I couldn't did nothing even more like to solidify myself. So, and far as, I mean, they was far as like the fans part of it was saying wait, but I never heard a weight issue far as no team, far as, you know, yeah. I understand that's the caliber. I mean, I understand all the quarterbacks got to be a certain height and size they want, but as far as myself, I never heard that from no team.
How much did you weigh when you played, when you were coming out?
When I was coming out, I was 188. For my junior year, I was 198. So I took a 10-pound loss because my senior year, I started running more.
Okay.
So that I think I blame that on me, and so I took that 10-pound weight because I didn't know how to go. I didn't know how I was gonna play with it. So that was a lot of weight on myself. Coming into college, came in at 160.
Yeah.
I came into college at 160. So, I mean, I was doing a good job of just gaining. So, I mean, so I never heard that issue as far as weight and as far as I always prided myself, man. Football, you got to kill me on the field. I mean, it was games, especially my junior and senior year. Like, if you look at some of the pictures in some of the games, I took off my rib cage. My freshman and sophomore year, I went to wearing rib cages to no rib cages to just out there. I went to wearing like the thigh pads, which I'll be wearing in the game, just the shell parts.
Man, I stopped wearing all pads except shoulder pads until they made us my last year or so. Man, look, I forgot them one game, and I looked around. I said, man, I forgot my knee and thigh pads. They said, I remember the teammate was like, oh, you wear knee pads and thigh pads? Never again did I wear knee pads and thigh pads.
Never. So that was my whole way of thinking. So, I mean, but as a man and as a quarterback, yeah, I do feel like far like 200, 205, 210 to sustain no hits from those men, some big men. I ain't denying that. I ain't disputing that. Like, those guys is like the Dunlaps of the world. Like, these guys is big. These guys sit on me. I'm done off the top. So, like, you see what I'm saying? So I understand that, but I always had that back in my mind. I had the utmost confidence in myself. That's $1 billion club. You ain't not to put 10 pounds on Cato. You ain't not to put 15 pounds on Cato. I mean, right now they red shirting people. So I ain't never know NFL red shirt. How you end up? I ain't know that. I ain't know NFL red shirt. I thought you ready to go. You ready to go? Get out there. You got to go for what you know. So
it's definitely a billionaires club, right? So
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of factors that play into decisions, and I mean, look at AB and his talent, right? Is AB ever gonna play again? You know what I'm saying?
Hope so. It's crazy.
I do too, man. He got so much talent, and
too much.
You know, but I felt like, I don't even want to put you on the spot, but I felt like his boys should have. Somebody got to tell AB something. Like it's going way too far at this point. You know what I'm saying? You're getting way too far out there, and you got to pull it back. And, you know, because you know how it is, right, wrong, or indifferent, it don't matter if you right and sitting at home, you're not making money. If you wrong and playing, like, it don't matter if they right or wrong. Right?
I just hate for that, like, somebody that around him, like, man, just chill, relax, ease up. Like somebody, but at the end of the day, like that's a man with kids, with a whole family. So it's hard. But I know myself, like, and I know my surroundings by me being around ball players, the guys who done reached the top. Been around guys who gonna have self-respect for everybody, no matter how big they get. So and they always gonna take heed. They're the kind of guys I pride myself on being around on a daily. So like the Charles Gaines, the T.Y. Hiltons, you don't hear from those guys. And you got plenty of NFL guys that's from Miami that made it to the top of the top. The Frank Gores, you will never hear nothing about. The Willie McGahees, the Edwin James even be down here. The Santana Mosses of the world, the T.Y. Hilton. So you will never hear not a peep.
You know Terrence Wilkins?
Who?
Terrence Wilkins.
Nah, probably by face, but nah,
he used
not right
to play
now.
for the Colts. He's a punt returner, a kick returner.
It's too out by him. That's the main thing, though, man. Just trying to surround yourself by people who got your best interests in you, man. Around loved ones. No matter what the case is, man, you can be able to talk to that person and get through to that person. Like, no matter what, man, money should make you no bigger than nobody else. You should always want to take heed to anybody. Now, I pride myself on that. That's why the quarterbacks I've always been around, or especially in college. I had a quarterback, me and him, Blake Fronap, that was one of my tight ends. They was twins. They came in as freshmen. And Blake, he was just as smart as me. I'm talking about he was a book. If I ain't know nothing, my right hand man was Blake Fronap. So and just by being around smart people and just like you're trying to get a better feeling of the game, just like knowing when I know I'm the starter, but at the same time I can take heed from this person. This person got my best interest. He's telling me good knowledge, whether he a junior, a senior, a freshman, a walk-on, and that's always how I took it. So that was my point.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about getting to Montreal. How did you get to Montreal? What was that process?
I left the Browns. I went to the Browns. What you call it? A little 3 days.
Like mini camp.
Yeah, mini camp. Went to the Browns mini camp, and I think Saskatchewan. I've been to Saskatchewan. Had my rights since my senior year, but I ain't know that Montreal had somehow, some way had got a hold of my rights, and went there, called them. And I think less than a week, I was up there in camp. Went up there my first day and just took a woosah. And then going into that camp, it was just so crazy because I ain't been around nothing like this. I'm like, hold on. I'm in Montreal, I'm in camp. I'm not getting no reps.
None. I think you did 3 passes. I think you had 3 reps before the preseason. You know what? Let me say this before we go any further.
It's crazy.
The 2 most impressive things I've seen from you. 1, that first preseason game. How you threw probably 3 passes in like the 2 or 3 days that you were there.
Oh, man.
And then you stepped into that preseason game against Ottawa and you torched everybody. The defense was like, Cato starting week 1.
Okay.
Like they were like, Cato should start week 1. And over Crump, over everybody was like super on defense. Like I remember Chip and those guys coming up to me like, hey man, tell him to put Cato in. Like we'll handle some of the mistakes he makes, but at least he gives us a chance to win. He goes, everybody else don't give us a chance to win. Right? After 2 or 3 days, you're put into the fire of a preseason game with no reps, learning a new offense, and you go out there and do what you did. The second most impressive thing I've seen you do was when Jock took over. He chose Vernon. And you dedicated everything to help Vernon out to be successful in those last 3 games of that season.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Right? As a young guy, I've seen older quarterbacks not do that. Man, as a young guy, for you to be like, oh, you benching me? and then to turn to Vernon and then pour everything you had into him for us to go out and win those last 3 games. I think that was huge.
I ain't gonna lie. And that right there, that just was me being around great quarterbacks that understood the game just on all levels. Just coming to high school, I had to compete with 3 other quarterbacks. And it wasn't never no ill will from nobody. I never had no shade. I mean, we always kick it, go eat together. I mean, call each other. I mean, that always been my style of quarterback, of just playing quarterback. I mean, the guys, I mean, you don't consider him as a backup. You don't look at that term as, this is my backup quarterback. He's gonna do whatever. No, I never been that guy. So, I mean, for VA, I love VA. I mean, man, VA still talk to this day, and I mean, I love this swag. It's Cali swag. I mean, we used to watch film, and he was competitive just like me. You know, we bump heads. You know, I want to see where you really at. And I saw the VA. Yeah, you got it. He's tough. He a hard head. And I always my VA game. My love his game, love his swag. But we kind of similar. But once you let us get out of the pocket, you won't know what's gonna happen. You let us get out of the pocket, you won't know what's gonna happen. But something special gonna happen. So I mean, just watching this same how he came up, going to Eastern Washington, going to Oregon, and just being that guy, being that undersized quarterback that always got a chip on our shoulder that we got to prove ourselves. So, I mean, we understood each other well.
Yeah. Your first game in Montreal, first regular season game you started, you go 20 of 25 for 241 yards and 3 touchdowns and named player of the week against Calgary.
That was tough.
You know, I remember that game because that was my first time playing against Calgary.
That was tough.
And we got the dub, right? So I was being there 11 years, and then my first time play against them, you going into your first start. I'm like, let's work.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You, SJ Green, Fred Stamps, made me feel too comfortable. Sutton. I mean, y'all was then the guys on the defensive side, like you say, the Chips, the Hefes of the world. I wish you'd never had that tragic injury.
Yeah.
Y'all was some real live players, some real live OGs, and like that set the tone that gonna make everybody around them feel comfortable. Whether we was in camp in a small room watching NBA games, having fun, having a good time, going out to eat. Soon we get off the flight. No matter how bad the flight was, you gotta take taxi cars or however you finna get to our destination hotel. Y'all always make sure like the young guys and myself like feel comfortable. Like even in that game, I was comfortable. I mean, I had chills because that was my first start, but like once I started playing and everything, my energy started coming out. Like, yeah, now you got to tackle me. Now I can play for real. So, I mean, but that was all thanks to y'all guys, just making me feel comfortable, man. You, Fred Stamps, S.J. Green, that was a blessing. I'm playing with three Hall of Famers, 3 GOATs, and I ain't even know it. Like 3 GOATs coming into this, like, hold on, what's going on, man? I'm a young buck, fresh out of college. I'm straight soaking wet. I'm around real players, like players. Chip, I'm around players. I ain't even know I'm around players, but I'm around real OGs and like players, man. So y'all always got my utmost respect, man. Always.
Yeah, you finished off your first month as a starter as the player of the month. Like when you think back to that first game and that first month, like just go through the process, man. Like quick success, and then where does it go?
Man, it went down quick. It went down so fast that I ain't even knew what happened. I mean, it was so much stuff going on that, I mean, we just trying to get a win. I mean, coming off that, I mean, I'm as a new guy coming in, just hearing all the success Montreal had over the years, and I mean, everybody was just trying to fiend. We just fiending for that success. We just trying to get over that hump. So by me battling that as a young guy, I'm like, hold on, man, like I gotta do it some way, somehow. But then again, it backfired. It backfired on me. I got an injury. I went out for the head. I caught a minor concussion, I believe, or something in that nature. I think Hamilton game at Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I went home. and then everything it just went down. That I had a new offensive coordinator, new quarterback coach this week, that week, another quarterback coming in, that person, man. So my mind just racing as a young guy. I don't know what's going on. So, I mean,
tidal wave got you.
Got me. It got me.
Did you feel like you lost yourself at any point?
Not necessarily lose myself, but like it kind of.
There's so much going on to just.
It kind of question myself, like, all right, can I play this game? I question myself. I ain't gonna lie. I question myself, can I play this game? It's like, I mean, I was thrown in there, and I was taken out. Now I gotta learn a whole new philosophy. Then around players, around real live players, which is the Kevin Glenn's of the world. I'm around players, and I respect that, and I honor those guys. But it's like what we doing here as a unit, as an organization, like I ain't understand. I ain't know what was going on and that was so frustrating me. And by me just coming from, by me being an 8-year starter, I ain't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
4-year starter in high school, 4-year starter in college. Just coming here, I know I got to compete. I ain't worrying about the competing stages, but it just was the transaction of just the new coaches, it was too much for 12. It was too much.
Professional football changes so much so quick.
Fast.
Right?
Fast.
And the thing is that you got to learn to navigate it. You said that we made you feel comfortable and things. I used to always try to talk to you. I feel like I probably could have done better in helping you in that too. But, I used to always try to talk to you to make sure you stay confident, make sure you stay fluent in your skill set, but that you were constantly progressing on the field.
Right.
Right. I knew you ate Chinese food every day. That $5 Chinese.
And Boostan.
The Boostan.
I miss Boostan, I ain't gonna lie.
But, I just tried to make sure that you did give us the best chance to win that year. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going in. But I always said your levels were up and down. Yeah. Like, when you got upset or you throw a pick, you get down. And when you did something good, you got up. So it's like the constant flow of emotion, always constantly going. I feel like that's really taxing sometimes. And, like, you look at a guy like Kevin.
Right.
Who go out through a pick, it's like, okay. He go a touchdown, it's like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot. And Kevin gets more mad when somebody mess up his order at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's like the game is the game.
Right.
He gonna be cool. I used to call him the porcupine because, like, he looked small, he looked innocent, but he deadly when he on that field and he hitting.
He definitely dead. KG definitely dead.
What did you like most, and what do you remember most about Canada?
I mean, just coming down from Miami, Marshall, it just different. I mean, everything just different as far as the eating, the way you live, the way you watch TV, the club, the environment, football, just 12 man. I mean, just my whole thinking process from 11-man football had to change quick. There's 2 downs over there. I mean, so you're trying to not make a mistake, but you're going to make a mistake. 20-second play clock. You got to bring people in motion. So it was just
a lot going on.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And just thinking you're gonna have early success and just maintain that early success without people getting control of you and getting your style of play. I mean that's tough. Especially from a young guy just getting thrown in there, not looking, not even looking at 1 game or 2 games, just go ahead. So I mean, but everything it was good though. I mean, I really enjoyed myself. I ain't really had no ill will or no bad moments, no life-threatening moments that I mean, I just liked it. So everywhere in Canada, Saskatchewan, Ottawa, I mean, Toronto, all those guys, I mean, you're going to experience some new stuff. I mean, especially me, I like to go sightseeing. I like to go walking around. I mean, I saw stuff I ain't never seen before. Like,
yeah.
So, that was amazing for me. That was amazing.
I don't know if you know it, but Ricky Ray is the all-time leader and completion percentage at 68.2%. You finished your career here. Ricky played 10 plus years, and I know, and you only played 2.
Yep.
But your completion percentage was 68.6.
Mm.
So it shows how accurate you was as a quarterback. And we all know, like, I'm not trying to compare you and Ricky Ray, and I'm not trying to say that anything other than how accurate you were in the little time you had as a young guy in an unstable situation. Like, Montreal was an unstable situation. AC was going into – Turk never wanted to learn the CFL game. AC was going into his first coaching experience and got thrown into the fire. All those things going wrong. And you were able to still go out there and be accurate and put up good numbers over the 2 years you were there. Is it safe to say if somebody take a shot on you right now with a better mind frame, a more stable situation, that you could be better than you were?
Right now,
you
yes.
Go do it another 10 years.
Yeah, because as you get older, I mean, you understand yourself. What's up, bro? You get smarter. I mean, you understand your mistakes of the way you play, and by me just not necessarily sitting out, but still taking contact and playing the arena ball, still getting used to that feel, not ducking no action. Like you say right now, where you won't be able to take that hit. I'm gladly welcome to take that hit right now. So, I mean, my fire's still there. And, I mean, as far as me learning the game all over again, me understanding, I mean, I feel like I'm way better right now. I'm happy, I'm loose, I'm comfortable. I'm in the right mind frame and just everything right now. I mean, I'm good right now. I'm real good right now. Work out every day. I'm throwing to one of the fastest players in the world right now.
Yeah. And I got one last thing for you. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
LeBron is not better than Jordan.
See, there you go. There you go. There you go.
You watched The Last Dance. What'd you take from it? LeBron flopped. LeBron not flopping back in the 80s and 90s. You see the hits he took from Shaq and from the Pistons?
I see what Shaq did to Jordan. I see what Isaiah Thomas did to Jordan. Why we don't talk about those days, though? Why we just got to talk about the six? The six special.
Six super special.
That's super special. I mean, he did some. I'm watching this man. This man can't miss.
Where he went to mentally, though. That's what I take the most.
Where he can't miss. How you couldn't miss a jump shot? And like you said, that's one of the hardest shots nowadays. That's one of the hardest shots. He just jumping up real high and just.
You know how Deion say he one step faster than everybody? Like he said he don't know how fast he is. He just one step faster than everybody. He said because if he races, he'll always beat him. That's how Jordan is. He's going to be one shot better than everybody. I believe you can put him up against anybody, and he's so competitive that he's not losing.
But I got to go with LeBron, though, man. LeBron James. Nick.
Cato, the hand check. One, LeBron's not LeBron with a hand check.
That's just now. Everybody can adapt.
But if I can put my hand on your hip, it takes away your first step. LeBron's best asset is his first step because you got to go and you'll never be able to get in front of him. Now, if I put my hand on your hip, I mean, that's what made Scottie a better defender. That's what made the guys back in the day better defenders is because they could eliminate your first step.
True.
Right, Jordan, and think about this. People talk about Jordan was the most athletic. Dude, Dominique Wilkins was super athletic. You had athletic guys back in the day. And then Jordan, in his mid to late 30s, was playing against young guys like Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady. You know what I'm saying? He's playing against guys way more athletic. And even when he came back to the Wizards at 39-40, putting up 22 a game. His last 35 games at 40, he was averaging 27 points a game. Before he got hurt. 27 points a game. With the Wizards. Did you see that roster?
This is what I'm saying, though, man. Like, This what I'm saying. Look at you saying look at his roster. This is what Bron had to do his whole life. I can't name a guy. I don't know. I can't name a guy. All right, AD, Kyrie Irving.
Kevin Love, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Oh man, Bosh ain't going on my list. Bosh ain't going on my list.
Come on, Bosh is a 25 and 12 guy.
Listen, man, we all know when LeBron James leave, when LeBron James leave, that team be a lottery pick. When Jordan left and went to the baseball, man, started pimping them, they almost won it. They almost won without Jordan. And we gotta look at the fact that LeBron never had an A1 coach.
But see, you know the thing is, players were better back then. 1 through 5 was better.
No.
Not more athletic. They were just better basketball players. You froze
5
up.
was better. I give you out a 5.
Well, say, listen.
4 not better. 4 definitely not better.
4's not better because 4 used to be an enforcer. Right? So your 4 was your enforcer. But here's the thing, though, Cato. This is what you got to understand. 1 through 5. Okay. Let's put LeBron's Cavaliers team up against the 94 Magic team. Who wins?
Which LeBron team? The 1-3 down 3-1?
It don't matter which team.
Down 3-1 with Aunt Drew, Kyrie Irving.
They're not beating Shaq, Penny, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, and the Magic.
Well, then you got to think about who was doing that. Nobody wasn't back in the days dribbling like Steph Curry and Kyrie and Dame Lillard and Trae Young.
But do you not think, guys? Okay, what's it? Everybody improves what was before them, right? Like without Jordan, there's no Kobe doing what Kobe did because he would have never had Jordan to use to allow him to get there, right?
I feel you.
So these guys took what Bob Cousy and Pistol Feet Maravich did. Kyrie Irving took what they did, dribbling around the court, Tiny Archibald, right? So if those guys back then played today, they would be doing the same thing. So when you look at errors, you got to understand, yes, it's your job is to always be better than the master.
I got you.
Right? Like you look at Byron Leftwich and Chad Pennington, but your job was to be better than them.
Right.
Because they gave you the tools. That's all I'm saying is like, it's going to evolve. There's going to be a day where LeBron is looked at like, oh, well, he was the most athletic guy in basketball at the time. Michael Jordan went head up with the Olympic Dream Team. Magic Johnson, them.
You don't think Jordan? Come on, man. You caught Magic and Bird late, man. You know Magic and Bird was spanking him, getting them pats on his butt, man. Come on, you caught him late. You caught him late at the 92. We talking about 92. How long? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do Magic like that. Don't do Magic and Bird like that.
Bird was on his team in that game, but Bird's back was hurt so bad he barely made it to the Olympics.
Saying. So like.
But I'm just saying, like, if you just look at the best competitors ever, the number one, there's only one competitor better than Jordan.
Yeah, I don't put Bron in that. And it's crazy because I got Jordan and Kobe mentality. I'm a Jordan and Kobe mentality guy. Like LeBron, I'm not LeBron mentality. But I can't dispute that. Competitive and that fire nature. Jordan finna gamble $1. Like he was giving a dollar. $1, man. What's $1?
Flipping the nickels closer to the wall.
Closer to the wall, $1. Come on, man. That's an all-time competitor. That's an all-time competitor, man. I don't think Bron ain't gonna reach that. Bron ain't, no.
No, I love what Bron does off the field. I think Bron's a hell of a guy, a hell of a athlete. Yeah. But if Bron had Jordan's mentality, ooh.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. This has been good, Cato. I appreciate you coming through, man. Hey, anything that you can tell anyone right now that's going through hard situations, that needs some motivation to overcome anything, how you've done it or what they could do to be better?
always just tell myself, man, just take it one day at a time. You only get 24 hours in the day, and in order to take 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, just read a script, read a verse out the Bible, and just stay prayed up. And GVO, that's my main method. GVO, good vibes on. Just try to have fun, man. I mean, life comes with ups and downs, but I mean, you gotta find a way. Just try to stay that narrow level. So
Yeah,
just keep your head high. That's all.
I appreciate you, brother. It's
Most
good
definitely.
catching up with you, man, because definitely, like you, I loved having you as a teammate, you know, because it was just like you were so talented, right?
Vice versa.
If you could have just stayed more level-headed and dealt with everything that goes on around you better, definitely think you could have had a 10, 15, 20-year career because you definitely had the talent to do it. And you're still young enough to do it. So I hope that, you know, you learn from some of your mistakes and you've done things, you know, to kind of understand the business more of it because it is a business.
Most definitely it is. It is that. It is that.
And just, go out there and inspire people, man, because your story is great. You can inspire so many people by what you do. And you play the game with so much energy and so much fun. It's always fun to watch.
I appreciate that, though, Nick, man. I appreciate you having me, too. I appreciate that, Nick.
Indeed, brother. Well, you know, I'm wearing the King hat with the New Year, New Mountain.
Okay.
You know, this is how I view things right now, man. It's like I view everything as a mountain, right? People have New Year's resolutions, and they think they're just going to change their life. I view it as a mountain. In order to get to the top of that mountain, you don't know what's going to happen in that year. You don't know you don't know the terrain. You don't know the weather. You don't know if COVID's going to hit, but that can't deter you from where you're going and climbing that mountain and just keep climbing that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting to the top because King's at the top, right? We get to the top, we look over. At the top of every mountain, you guess what? You see another mountain. So you never stop finding mountains to climb. You never stop trying to achieve more. And, man, I'm proud of you. Keep giving back. Keep doing what you do, man. And I appreciate you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, Nick.
Peace.
Love, bro.